Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm filming the 2021 Toyota Supra 3.0. I showed you guys the Supra about 2 times. I showed you guys one in the actual silver exterior color, also the black exterior color. But behind me, I have this beautiful red exterior color here. Looking at these headlights, they're going to be full LED headlights. They're going to be standard on all trim levels. It's going to be a full LED with an LED turn signal and LED daytime running light. There's some front parking sensors here. This vent here by the headlight module is not functional, but down here is going to be more functional vents to cool that 3-liter inline 6. Your Toyota emblem here is front and center. I like this red exterior color with the black accents. Toyota showed this design off a couple years ago with the actual concept of the Supra, but taking a look underneath the hood here, my tester has the 3-liter inline 6. It makes 382 horsepower, 368 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. I've seen it as fast as 3.6 seconds. Direct injection, double head over cam with an 8-speed automatic that everyone loves by BMW. Of course, you guys didn't know Toyota went to BMW or BMW went to Toyota. Front scrub bar here to stiffen up the actual chassis in the front here. But shedding the hood here of the Supra, the hood sounds nice and solid. Looking at the side profile here, honestly, this car is not too long with an overall length of 172.5 inches. The wheelbase for the Supra is 97.2 inches. Looking at these wheels, these are a Pilot Super Sport wheel. They're wrapped in a 255/35 width tire. I like these silver and black accents. 4-piston Brembo brakes that you get on the actual Supra here. Looking here on the fender here, it's not functional. I'm not sure why Toyota didn't make that functional. An LED sight marker with these little vortexes. Even with these little small vortexes here, there's still some wind that actually intrudes into the actual cabin. I like this coupe design here. But making our way to the rear of the Supra, there's some parking sensors here on the side. And here, this vent here is not going to be functional, but full LED lights are going to be standard. LED turn signal. The reverse light is going to live down here. I like the little dots down there with these polished dual tip exhaust, rear parking sensors, your Toyota emblem, your Supra badge, which is there, your GR badge, which is here. Overall, the Supra is a nice car, but unfortunately, Toyota didn't fix the problem that I had with the rear back here. And this is a ductlet spoiler here. Unfortunately, I have to go inside and grab the key just to unlock the rear trunk. So Toyota, you should fix that, or BMW, whatnot. The standard backup camera, LED lights for your tag. To open the trunk, you just press this button here and the trunk will open to reveal 10.6 cubic feet of space. So the trunk back here is small. It does have a little bit more space compared to a Chevy Camaro or even a Ford Mustang. I'm sitting inside the 2021 Toyota Supra. I showed you guys this interior plenty of times before, but I'm sitting inside it and I'm using the actual GoPro 7 Silver that I had got. Looking here at this interior, I showed you guys this interior once more before. Closing the door here, door sounds nice and solid. The materials here are a soft touch material here with this chrome door handle here. Your lock controls are here. It is 1 touch up, 1 touch down for off windows. Black piano plastic here. Your mirror controls are going to be here. Your headlight controls are here. They're full LEDs. Your turning signal stock, which is right here. These paddle shifters, which are plastic, but they have a nice feel to them. Your driver's assistance here with low speed follow with emergency braking, rear cross traffic alert. Your Toyota emblem, which is here. I like the airbag cover here. 3-spoke wheel design. I wish Toyota would make this a D-cut steering wheel. My tester does have the heads-up display going to show up here. Looking at the cluster there, it's not really customizable. You can't really change so much, but when you press this here for actual sport mode, it opens up the baffle. You guys see the burbles and pops and whatnot, but you can also shut the baffle off just in case. My tester has 3 level heated seats, your radio presets. If you glide your finger across it, you can just change this. Looking at the head unit here, this is an 8.8 inch display here. It does have Apple CarPlay. It doesn't have Android Auto, I'm not too sure, but as you guys can see here, nice resolution. I have these Polaroid glasses on, so it's kind of hard for me to see with the screen, so I wish Toyota would fix the actual resolution here. As you guys can see, this does have Apple CarPlay. Looking down here, dual climate control settings. This house is an 8-speed automatic, so to put into reverse, you pull the trigger and you press it forward. It does have a 360 monitoring here, which has the rear cross traffic alert, full collision warning and whatnot. They got the backup camera, nice resolution backup camera, trajectory, like I mentioned, rear parking sensors. Pushing it down, put into neutral, pushing it again for drive, kicking over to the left. It's the actual manual mode here. Got these screws in the way. Want to put it back into park, just click the P button there. A wireless phone charger here. I have my iPhone 11 Pro Max connected, and this car does not have a USB-C. You have this rotary dial here just in case you don't want to touch the screen. Media button, menu, map, back, and an option button here. Automatic start stop, electronic parking brake, sport mode, your parking sensors, visibility control, and your safety system, which shows you everything that you need to know about this car. Looking up here, there's this mirror there, which was a rear camera mirror. I actually like the rear camera mirrors a lot. Most people don't like them, but I would prefer that BMW or Toyota adds that for the next generation Supra. The LED lights throughout the whole entire cabin here. These seats are really comfortable. They hold you in place. I like the metal trim here, but I wish Toyota would have put a Supra badging here on the actual seats, or change up the color here because it's a black interior. But the seats are really comfortable. They're aggressively bolstered. They hold you in place. There's a carbon fiber trim down here with this black piano plastic. A nice padded area here. This is slightly padded here. I like the air vents here, but this piece right here does not actually functional. The dashboard has this nice leather material there. 2 cup holders here, but there's no center console. But Toyota does give you this little storage here to put your phone or wallet or whatnot. And this will pass through the actual trunk. Toyota says you get around 10.6 cubic feet of space. That's more than a Chevy Camaro or a Ford Mustang. But overall, I want you guys to comment down below. Do you like the Supra here? But let's take this thing out and see how it performs with that 3-liter inline 6. So starting off in the 2021 Toyota Supra, I showed you guys this plenty of times before. And yes, this car is a BMW underneath with that inline 6, which makes 382 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic. And this car drives like a dream. This car has endless fun. I know you guys have heard me say that in the beginning of the video, but this car is honestly, in my honest words, this is one of the best cars that I've drove this year for 2020. Even though this is a 2021 model, but still, this car is so smooth. It has the sport adaptive dampers. It has Toyota's safety sense, or they call it as a part of a dynamics package. And honestly, this bumps here in this part that I'm filming at, it's really bumpy. I know the camera probably is shaking a little bit, but honestly, I have a prior history of speeding. I'm not gonna say if I got any tickets or not, but I have a prior history of speeding. And this car right here, honestly, it makes you want to drive fast, honestly. Talking about the safety features that the Supra has, it has the dynamics package, which is around $1,200, around that range. I'm surprised to see that Toyota didn't make it actual standard. But in the Supra into sport mode here, you guys heard the baffles kind of open up a little bit. That thing sounds really good. And this thing does have launch control, so I'm going to enable it. Put my foot on the brake. Toyota says 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. I've seen as fast as 3.7 or 3.6. Like I mentioned when I was talking about the actual engine specs of this car. And the driver's assistance is really aggressive when it comes to the lane keep assist. It's in a really aggressive feature. It like legit pulls you to keep you centered into the actual lanes. The driver's assistance is really good. The second, oh my god, those upshifts are fantastic. They sound really good. This cabin is really good, but Toyota didn't fix the problem with the wind buffeting in here. So once you let down the windows at a certain speed, it sounds horrible in this car. The wind is too loud. You can't enjoy just cruising down. You can't enjoy with the actual windows down because of the buffering noise, and it sounds really good. But you can put some aftermarket vortexes on the actual windshield, on the actual mirror caps here. But Tesla does have the blind spot monitoring. And this car, it's really low. Honestly, I'm only 5'8", and this car sits really low to the ground, and I have a problem getting in and out of the Supra. So if you're over 6 feet tall, this really might not be the car for you if you're looking to get out of it really quick. But it's raining here now. Welcome to South Florida. My Tesla does have these windshield wipers here, so if it detects any rain on them, they will automatically turn on. And just driving this thing, normally I'm going to take it out of the actual sport mode to close that baffle really quick. The Supra has staggered wheels. They're 255s in the front, a 19-inch front design, and they're 275s in the actual rear. So you have some meaty tires and something to grip. This car weighs around 3,600 pounds, so it's really light. 0 to 60, like I mentioned, in 3.8 seconds here. And the rain here in Miami has been on and off lately the last couple days, so that's why I really haven't been filming. But overall, the ride quality here is really good. Like I mentioned, the Tesla has the sport suspension. Goes up the bumps just fine, especially in Miami. We have some really crappy roads. But just cruising along in this crazy weather here, Supra really shines at cruising, even at high speeds. My thing is, if you have, like I was mentioning, if you have a prior history of speeding tickets, you should honestly, be really careful when you put your foot down, because the Supra will get triple digits really quickly, and you honestly wouldn't even realize that you're going that fast, because this car is so freaking smooth, and you honestly wouldn't know. Is a really nice car, really good handling, goes over the bumps just fine, and honestly I love this red exterior color. Steering feel is really good, it's really playful. Of course, it's an actual sports car, so it has really good steering, and it's really precise. It's not numb. You can definitely feel what the front tires are doing. But overall, the driving dynamics of the Supra, honestly, this is probably one of the best cars, like I mentioned back there, that this is one of the best cars that I drove for the year 2020, even though this is a 2021 model year car. This is one of the best cars that I drove this year. And honestly, great power, even though Toyota says it has 382 horsepower, but this is a BMW engine, so it's underrated. So it could get more. And visibility out of the Supra, as you guys can see, is really horrible here on this pillar here. But you do have blind spot monitoring. It does have Toyota safety sense, so it does keep you safe. But like I mentioned, you have to pay for the driver's assistance. I hate that Toyota makes you make you pay an option for the driver's assistance. They make it standard on the other cars, but I'm not sure why they didn't make it standard here on the actual Supra. So like I mentioned, in the actual interior here, I have the 8.8-inch display here. I have these Polaroid glasses on, and the screen is horrible. You cannot really see. You have to basically take your glasses off just to see the screen here. So I almost said Mercedes. Toyota should fix the actual screen resolution here, because it does kind of make you don't want to really drive with sunglasses on. But I say it's a really good size screen. Surprised to see that Toyota didn't put a 10-inch display in here or a 12-inch display. But just driving this thing, man, this thing is a phenomenal daily driver. Most people wouldn't say that when they drive, because you have to put premium in this thing, but still, gas is really cheap now. Getting onto the expressway here, I'm gonna put it into its actual sport mode. Toyota are using a sound deadening material to make this car sound even quieter, but downshifting here. This thing shines. Like, performance-wise, this car is good, even though it doesn't have a Burberry V8 under the hood, but this thing will shine even with this inline 6-cylinder engine here. But still, it's a BMW. This thing can make more horsepower if you tune this thing. It's a BMW engine. This thing So after spending time with the 2021 Toyota Supra, this car is endless fun. It has great handling and great driving dynamics. It's a great daily driver. So how much does a Supra cost? Starting price for my Tesla, which is a 3-liter, it stickers for $54,490. My Tesla has the Dynamics package, which rolls in the lane keep assist, rear cross traffic alert with low speed follow, and the carpeted floor mats. My Tesla sticks for $61,610. I'd like to give a special thanks to Wilford for providing me with the Toyota Supra. If you're in the market for a Toyota Supra, you can come to South Dade Toyota and ask for Wilford. And I hope you guys have enjoyed my full overview on the 2021 Toyota Supra. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews, and please keep subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll catch you all in the next video.